Good morning and welcome to the forum. I'm Jay Randall Harvey, and this morning, oh man, we've got two of the ladies who are in the know. Karen Hicks, of course, from the El Dorado and Union County Chamber of Commerce. How are you this morning?
I'm doing great.
Always got a smile on her face and always in the know. And then Kaitlyn Rigdon, yes. We've known each other for such a long time from the Chamber of Commerce.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you for having us.
Oh, I'm excited to have you guys here because people always want to know about the economic development around Union County, El Dorado, and it affects so many people. Mm-hmm. And you ladies know what's going on. Now, I'm gonna preface this by saying that I've realized there are some things that, with non-disclosure events and whatever, there's certain things you're not going to be able to answer or talk about specific things.
Right.
But let's start it off by saying what exactly the El Dorado Union County Chamber of Commerce, the mission, what you guys are there for, what you do.
Yeah. So there's two parts kind of to the chamber. We've got the Chamber of Commerce side, which Karen does with all of our events that she'll talk about. And then we have the economic development side, which is kind of where I sit. So we'll get into that. But Karen, do you want to talk about what you do?
Sure. So I am over membership and events, and I really, really like it. It's a lot of fun. Basically, I like to say in the office that I do all the shimmery bright things that everybody sees, and Kaitlyn's the one sitting behind her desk having to go on trips and hard hats and steel-toed boots to visit property around the community. But we focus, what you see a lot is our ribbon cuttings and our luncheons and our moments that we get to recognize a lot of small businesses here in town. But of course, we know we have a huge thriving industry community right here in Union County. So that's what I do. I go out, I visit with people, kind of explain to some of our industry and businesses what we are, who we are, what we do, and the importance and how the bottom line for every business in Union County is economic development for the future.
I guess really, when you look at things like the highway project that comes through, when people are talking about new businesses that are coming in, I mean, the Chamber of Commerce is involved in all of that because commerce, which drives everything, is it really covers a lot of area and a lot of things. And I've been hearing, as people do, that like the 82 project, which I can't wait for it to get started. I guess it is being started because, because inside the city you can see where some buildings have been torn down and moved, and to the chagrin of some people on certain things. But I think in the long run it'll be a much bigger project that will make the city better. Mm-hmm. But I hear there's a lot of interest in properties along 82 inside the city.
Yep.
And that means more money. It means it means two things, right? More money coming in, more tax money, and also job opportunities.
Right.
And the more you have, it seems like the more you can get in.
Yeah. So there is a lot going on with that project, and hopefully they'll be able to get started on all of that real soon. But we are getting a lot of calls from people that are interested in that whenever that project is done. So we're talking 3 to 5 years in the future. But there are people looking, and actually that strip of property is an opportunity zone, which allows other businesses that are coming in some special incentives so that when they do go there, there's some incentives for them to open up a business. And so I feel like that's another reason there's a lot of people interested in that property. So we're really excited. Once that's complete, we think there's going to be a lot going on that side of town. So we're excited for that because that side of town hasn't seen a whole lot. We're hoping to build that up, and it's going to be really nice once it's done.
I'm really looking forward to it because what I've seen so far, it's really been nice. Mm-hmm. What do you guys see at the Chamber of Commerce as being the most, I won't say negative, but the thing that holds people back from coming to El Dorado and Union County? We always hear about not having enough workforce.
Right.
And I mean, I don't think that's specific to El Dorado. I mean, I think that's in a
No,
lot of
it's
places.
a statewide, nationwide issue for sure.
But is that one of the big things that holds people back?
Workforce, we hear a lot. There's one of the big things. Economic development is kind of changing in general across the board. So one of the main things that communities need for growth is quality of life, which hasn't always been the case in the past. So it used to be you need to bring more industry, more jobs, but now people are looking at it like you need to bring more things for people to do, and the jobs will come. They'll follow that. So that's some things that we're looking into. Obviously, we are a heavy industrial town, and that will not change, and we pride ourselves on that. But we're also looking at what fun things would work here, and just trying. It's kind of a new way of life with quality of life, so we really pride ourselves on hunting and fishing down here, and just a lot of different things. The arts culture, the Murphy Arts District is part of that, so looking at different things like that too has been a new way to look at things, and then that will bring more people hopefully to work here, because a lot of people now can work from home, so they can live wherever they want. And so people that choose to live here, which we do know a few that have moved here because they want to live in El Dorado, that really makes us happy.
Well, it's really a nice place.
It is, yes.
I mean,
I agree.
I'm not going to lie to you. I mean, there are going to be some things that if I were in charge, and of course you got to make your voice known.
Exactly.
Yes.
If you're living inside the city, you talk to your council people, the mayor, whomever you get a voice with, and get things changed. There are parts of El Dorado, as with every town across the world, that just need to be cleaned up.
Yes. Yeah.
But it takes it takes people doing that. It takes people, supporting local businesses as well. Amazon is a great place to get things. But every time you buy from Amazon, if it's something you could buy inside the city, that's hurting, local businesses. And it really,
absolutely.
I'm guilty of buying things off of Amazon when I probably shouldn't. But I try to get it, local. And it's another thing. It's like when ConAgra was here. That's the only kind of chicken I would buy at the store.
Yep.
Because you're helping your own community.
Exactly.
But people would buy other brands, and I mean, nothing wrong with them.
Right.
But you got to support your own.
Talk
community.
about that. I remember, going on road trips and going out of my way to get gas at Murphy USA, and
Well,
I always thought
absolutely.
that was a funny little thing that we did, but it was important that we continue
Yes.
to pour back in because
Yes.
Murphy USA is right here. Talking about things in our community, I know that is what that's the hot topic, right?
Yeah.
And it's been the hot topic. I graduated in 96. It's been the hot topic for probably 50 years. And I can easily sit here and be like, well, if you say there's nothing to do, you're not looking. But that's not really what I want to say, because I know not everyone can see the same stuff and the interest isn't the same. But I do have to say, if you want it, we live in a society and a government. If you want a skating rink, then let's have a conversation on what we can do as a Chamber of Commerce to facilitate you to the people that can help you get funding and grants and what it looks like to open a skating rink. If you want a bowling alley, let's have that conversation, because their need is there,
Yes.
but it's going to take the individual people to put the effort and their own funds and their own neck on the line to bring it in. And you'll have the support. You'll have the support
Absolutely.
of
I hear
numerous
that
people.
a lot. People they miss the bowling alley.
I know. Yes.
And they want to, this place doesn't even have a bowling alley. That's what we did. I don't know exactly what happened, whatever. But you're right. You're right. Absolutely.
And I'm not saying go do this. I'm saying we are here. We have resources. We have connections. We want to have these conversations. We want to offer educational opportunities to the community at large. So if you want to know what it looks like to get a commercial loan, then communicate with us. Call the Chamber of Commerce and say, how do I learn this? Because part of my position at the chamber is I'll set up a class and bring in bankers and bring in small business entrepreneurs, and we'll have a panel discussion. We'll have these talks. We are here to serve the community.
Yes.
We need to hear what you want.
I think it seems like most people think, well, the Chamber of Commerce is really, it's for the businesses, they talk and all that kind of stuff, but it's not so much for the people, but really it is for the people.
Well, one thing I've learned as I'm going into these industries and meeting people with Kaitlyn is, you know who runs them? People.
Just like us.
Just
Local.
like us.
Really? People?
People run them.
And
That's great.
And the chamber does a lot more than just like Kaitlyn is the one that does the hard work. I say it all the time, and she rolls her eyes at me. I see her across the hall working and talking, and her President CEO Bill, brainstorming and communicating and doing the stuff behind the scenes that we don't see. So I often, and I know they probably gets tired of hearing it, but I do the fun stuff. I do the stuff that's on social media. I do the stuff that's on the TV.
Well, but you do a lot.
I do a lot.
I know.
Yeah. And so I wanted to kind of take a second and what does the chamber do? We know that Kaitlyn and Bill are out there talking about bringing industry in here and what can we do to make sure that the people that want to work and live here are taking advantage of tax breaks that they may get for relocating, that she's doing a great job plugging what people need to what already exists here, what land is already, what buildings are already here. That is happening. It's happening behind the scenes, but I promise you it's happening. What's happening out front that I can tell you the chamber does is a couple of things I want to spend a minute on. So on the second Tuesday of every month at 9 a.m., we host nonprofits from across the county to sit down, have spud nuts and coffee. We call it Coffee with Causes. And we invite anyone who's with an active 501c3 or an active 501c6 to join. It is literally a roundtable discussion so we can get to know each other. And it's a powerful moment when someone from the Salvation Army is sitting in the same room as someone with the Project South veterans, and they realize they're serving the same person and how can they collaborate to help this person. And that is powerful. So if you're interested in Coffee with Causes, just call us. Just call the Chamber of Commerce or send me an email, Karen@goeldorado.com, and I will give you details about that. Our ribbon cuttings are open to the public. So if you ever see a ribbon cutting, we're doing monthly articles in the News Times where I'm just telling you all the ribbon cuttings we have scheduled. They're on social media. KTVE does a great job helping me publicize those. We have a really big one coming up next week that everyone is just waiting for. In my world, everyone is so excited about it. We are finally done. We are on the cusp of being finished with the Walmart renovations. And the manager there, Carvon Smith, has been a huge asset to not only bringing our local Walmart up to the standards of what we see Walmarts in other cities, but he has stepped out and really plugged himself into the community in ways I've never seen before. So from 10 to 12 Friday, in front of Walmart, you're going to see a stage. There's going to be vendors. We're going to have musicians. We're going to have giveaways, some amazing giveaways. We're going to cut the ribbon at 11, but there'll be an event there right in the middle of the parking lot, right up against the building from 10 to 12, and it's open to the public. So come on out, cut a ribbon, check out the new mural. I don't know if you've seen when you go on the grocery side, the new El Dorado mural that Walmart had commissioned, and it's a representation of El Dorado and the community here. Nice. Yes.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that. I actually have not been in there in a week or two.
I always go in on the other side.
And that's acceptable because I'm going to give a plug to Walmart Plus here. I joined Walmart Plus. Okay. It's a life changer.
Yes.
My groceries appear on my front porch when I get off work.
It's amazing to me how things have changed so much. And sometimes I want to say we've become a lazy society, and I use a lot of that stuff too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But at the same time, those services are now available, and so I mean, we just have to accept it. We have to move forward, and there it is.
Embrace it.
Embrace it.
So kind of to wrap this all up, we've got a lot of new and neat things coming into El Dorado and Union County, more jobs, and I understand some other places I don't want to get into some of the things that we know about.
Well, but it's exciting. Yeah, I can tell you through the Arkansas Economic Development Commission, the State Economic Commission, AEDC, we've got 10 projects in the works with them. Some of those range from forest industry, food and beverage, some existing industry expansions that are in the works. All of these will lead to more jobs. So that's 10
great.
projects. So that's a substantial number. And then locally, some smaller projects that we're working on. We have 23 projects that we're currently working on right now, and those range from commercial development, housing, which is such a huge need,
Yes.
Restaurants, some other smaller local business expansions, and manufacturing. So there's a lot happening. Economic development is a slow process, and so when we do have a big win, we like to celebrate. So hopefully we'll be celebrating some in the near future.
And I love planning celebrations.
I
So
hope
let's just do
that'll
it.
give Karen something
Oh,
to
give
do.
me something to do. Keep me busy,
Oh, that is
Kaitlyn.
great. We look forward to all that. And Karen and I had talked about it before, that being able to do something a little more often, on the radio,
Yes.
and to let people know what's going on. And I'm excited about some of the things that I hear that are coming and in the works. And hopefully that will come to fruition pretty quickly.
I hope so.
And I just say, I grew up here. I've lived here all my life. I'm alumni of our local school. This is my home. This is where I raised my children. This is where I'm, watching my parents age. This is my family. This is where I believe. And I can wholeheartedly say, I don't think El Dorado will look the same in 10 years. We just have to all get together to work together to show that we're here for that we're ready for that.
And to quit being so negative all the
Stop,
time.
please.
Just stop
It's
being
hard.
so negative. Yeah, well, everybody wants things in it. We're in a society where you want it, but you want it right now. And we're all like that. Ladies, thank you very much for coming in from the Chamber of Commerce for Union County and El Dorado. And we look forward to visiting with you again soon in all the new projects. So we appreciate it.
Thank you so
Absolutely.
much.
Thank you.